So what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Uh, March update right after the festival. Basically, the plan was to release a video right after the festival, but I got sick. First of all, I was tired, and then I got sick. I still am sick, so excuse the stuffy nose. If you hear me speaking a little bit weirdly, it's because of that. Yeah, so March, here we are. We'll try to push 2 videos in March. I was hoping to make this video a little bit longer, include the vinyl and stuff that I got from the festival. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The previous video from the Mighty Halls of Winter Festival. 3 days of pure black metal. Plus it's a little bit dark since I'm filming in the evening. Yeah, so still a little bit sick, nose is stuff, didn't want to make a long video, so included 4 items. We'll do a separate video for the vinyl, plus 2 more CDs will come in. So yeah, I didn't want you to hear me suffocate constantly through the video. As you will probably notice, like I said, the voice changed a little bit, so yeah, excuse me for that, but I need to push it, don't have any other time. Any fucking how nothing a good fucking beer can't fix, right? Fuck the cold. Session IPA, 5.3 degrees of alcohol or volume of alcohol, depends on the country where you are, how you say it. We say some of us say degrees, some say volume. But anyway, really beautiful cover art here. Mad Scientist, I think, yeah. Yeah, Mad Scientist. Interesting title, Session Cocaine. Whenever I think of cocaine, I think of that scene from Red Heat with Arnold, where he goes to this sauna where Russian mafia sits, and somebody says like, "Какие ваши доказательства?" and he breaks the prosthetic leg, pours the cocaine from the prosthetic leg down, and says, "Cocainum," with eyes that big. That's a fucking awesome scene. Somebody would say that's a macho scene. Yeah, it's a macho scene. They don't make movies like they used to. This testosterone-filled masculinity and stuff like that. Anyway, so first time trying this beer. Looks a little bit satanic, a little Baphomet here. The cover is great though. Okay, let's try it. Mad Scientist Brewery. My first try. And of course, a lot of foam for IPA. Closer look here. Yeah. Oh, we actually have a Baphomet, something that resembles a Baphomet on the head of the goat, right? Didn't notice that. Yeah, so pretty cool cover art for a beer. Yeah. So yeah, cheers to March. Hope I recover very soon. Like I said, I promise you there will be a second video in March, also with the vinyl and some CDs. Pushing for April or May for the politically incorrect one. Why? Because I'm still waiting for some stuff. I've picked up a lot of stuff from the festival. Cheers. Okay, this one is it's okay, it's not mind-blowing, but it's okay. So yeah, I picked a lot of stuff from the festival that is politically incorrect, of course. More than politically correct stuff. Waiting for 2 more items, so we're gonna have a big video, I think in April or May. Maybe I'll push it a little bit to May to make it more special, like, you know, dedicated to summer. We already have 7 items for sure, so it might be a long video, from 7 to 10 items. Anyway, it's gonna be a good one. So the title of the video is inspired, today's video is inspired by 2 bands that I'm gonna show you here. So yeah, obviously those are Russian bands. So we will start with this one. So on the festival I met 2 people from Germany, and One of them was, they were great guys, so you know who you are. I'm not gonna mention names. One of them gave me a little present with 2 tapes. Thank you very much. And one of the tapes is this one. Another one is politically incorrect, so we're gonna talk about that in another video. So this is Zatemno, or Zatemno, yeah, Zatemno, в петле, which translates as in the noose. So that's the first part of the video title here. So Zatemno, or Zatemno, Zatemno is a Russian band established in 2011. What the title means, it means still dark, or it's this thick light that is before daybreak, in the dawn, or before sunset. You know, this thick light. So this is what the title of the band means. The album is Petle, which I said is in the noose, and this is second full-length album by this band, released in 2019. So as you can see, it already has a little bit of schizophrenia, a little bit of craziness here on the card, a little bit of alcoholism. Alcoholism is in the noose. In fact, we see the hanging feet here, so you know. So what is this? So one of the guys that gave me said that you might like it, you might not like it. He said, described it as crazy music. So this is 36 minutes long, 4 tracks. The release itself is limited to 100 copies on tape. So if you are a fan of, or if you are not a fan of, but you want to see, or rather want to hear balalaika and accordion in some form of music, you will definitely hear it here. You need to be already intrigued by what I said, balalaika and accordion. Of course, there were some French bands that did the accordion. So what is this in its core? It's black metal mixed with a lot of experimental stuff. This is what, when you listen to this, you know that like Russia is a pretty gray country. Let's be honest, gray. I mean that the houses are gray. The government pushes kind of, you know, the laws that make you gray. Let's put it this way, yeah. There's, when you look into the pictures of the cities, you can see the smoke, for example. It's very industrial, very urban. Of course, there are beautiful landscapes, but it's kind of gray country. So there is this kind of term which this probably represents the best. I would say this is a Russian existential depression at its best. You know, this music describes this Russian depressive feeling. From ambient to explosive black metal, and back to very weird avant-garde music. From what I read in its core of Zatemno, there lies an idea of obscurantism. Of course, obscurantism is a deliberate preventing facts or full details to be known, you know. So this is what it stands for. Interestingly enough, I won't scare you away, but what this reminded me of, if you like the later works of Peste Noire, especially the last one, which is more folkish, more experimental, more avant-garde, and has a bits of black metal, you will love this one. You will love Zatemno в петле. I guarantee you. It's probably worth a listen. Like I said, accordion, balalaika, avant-garde, Russian depression, everything is there. And if you enjoy the Les Liturgs of Pastures, I think the last Peste Noire, The Return of Shepherds, you will love this one. It has all those beats, but it's a bit more extreme. There are no ballads here, you know. It's pretty in your face about what it is. It's a bit depressive, but it's a really good band. I like that when the guys gave me this, they didn't think I would probably enjoy it, but I actually do enjoy it. It's a pretty good band. It's a great discovery. Probably not an everyday listen, but when you're in a gray mood, like I said, this is perfect. So, затемно in the news в петле. Alright. So, cheers. The second part of this title is the second band from Russia that I'm going to show you right now. It's intriguing. By the way, all of this stuff was picked up at the festival as well. Okay, so we have this one. Hailing from Russia, established in 2021. This is Gerzolth. Surprisingly, this is their second album, full length. It's only about 30 minutes long, released in 2024 by Signal Rex. What's interesting about this band that, yeah, I didn't know first of all about the existence of this band. I didn't know there was such a band, and I was surprised that it was under my radar for so long. Let's take a look at the sleeve here, or the back sleeve. So, as you can see, the English one writes like this. I looked up the Russian one, and it's pronounced as Gerzolth. «Порывом сердца в ледяную мечту» is the title of the album. Translates roughly to something as a rush of heart to the icy dream. What does the cover and the images say to you about this band? We're gonna speak about this a little bit later. So first of all, I wanted to know the guys here. I think the guys are pretty young. Also, I don't know about the sketchiness of the band. I'm gonna put it out immediately. Some of you will probably blow up when I will tell you that some of the guys are bald and they are wearing Fred Perry on some of the images. Oh my god. They might be or might not be. I put them as I don't know, so you know, I don't care first of all, but they're here because I don't know. But yeah, there's a fair warning to you. Immediately go Google and do a deeper research into them. Take every picture, search for every album, and then put them in the table. Are they safe? Are they not? Or you know the drill. Anyhow, so I wanted to ask the band about the meaning of the Gerzolth name, yeah, because I searched it in English, I searched it in Russian, and I couldn't find any information about it. Although from their previous album I found interesting lyrics. I translated them into English as one of the songs from a previous album. So it goes something like, where there's one icy star, satanic domination with clear-eyed glaze, where wings of passion take off, there Gerzolth will light a fire. So, since I didn't find any information about what Gerzolth is or what it stands for, I asked them in Instagram. Unfortunately, they have a block on Instagram which prevents everyone from writing to them. So yeah, they didn't get my message. But as I read you the lyrics, I think it might be a godlike mystical figure in their own universe, of the discography. Unless it's something that is written a little bit different and they kind of, manipulated the writing of this, so that's why I can't find any information on this. But my honest thought is that it might be something connected to their own kind of black metal universe. Of course, I need to say only one thing about this band, and it's Blazebirth Hall. Wow. Bleak skies. These guys right here show that there is hope. There's hope for bands who worship and who create something in the vein of Blazebirth Hall, in the vein of Branical, Kaldrat, and so on. Absolutely stellar material. Like I said, it's only 30 minutes long, but you're never getting tired of it. Vocals are the same as classical Blazebirth Hall vocals, basically shouting. Riffs are monotonous. how I would describe the whole thing as I would describe it as a bleak Slavic black metal. Of course, lyrically, it's people don't understand actually how people outside. Let's put it this way. I don't want to offend anybody, first of all, but people outside Slavic nations, they don't really understand how actually hard the lyrics of Bronical might be, for example, or most of Blazebirth Hall stuff. I'll explain it right now. So a lot of inspiration lyrically comes from skaldic poetry. So Scandinavian kind of Viking kind of poetry, you know. And that poetry is based on internal rhyme and alliterations. So it's very, very complex when you read it. For example, if you read this one in Russian, yeah, the lyrics, they're very, very complex. Google will give you the simplistic explanation. The whole thing is full of interpretations, you know. For example, you listen to sometimes to Bronical and you think, wow, you know, you understood what he's singing about, but there's so much interpretation in his words, like, you know, and they feel and sound so complex, but on your inner side, on your conscience, you understand them. So this is what basically the skaldic poetry is about. It's very, very hard, and I think it's pretty impressive that the young guys can do it. Of course, a lot of people will say it's not hard and shit like that. Yeah, I think like Ukrainians, Belarusians, Russians, Polish people, maybe Czech people, Serbian for sure. Not sure about Slovakian and Slovenian. Probably also they can, when they can read it or at least hear it, they will understand how actually complex the whole thing is. You know, how this rhyme is very complex when you read it on the language that it was written and not on Google Translate. So yeah, Gerzolth is an amazing band. Need to pick up the first one for sure. Total Blazebirth Hall Worship. Of course, check it out immediately. Released on Signal Rex. Copies are still available. There's a vinyl copy also. I didn't buy the vinyl because I bought other vinyl there on the festival, but I couldn't pass the CD, so I grabbed it. Yeah, check it out. Gerzolth. Wow. Cheers. Hope March is going well for you guys and girls. My birthday month. Getting older and older. By every spring. Oh, well. Anyway, cheers. Alrighty. A band that actually played on the festival. A band that played on the festival and did a very, very good job. Very atmospheric show with candles. Everything was perfect. Well, you have to watch the video. You know, if you watch the video, you'll know that Halls of Winter is a really special festival. There's a lot of atmosphere put into it, like a lot. So this is, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Zmirna. I'm gonna say it like this. Maybe it's Zmirna, but I'm gonna go with Zmirna. You know, sorry, that's how I'm gonna go. So from Czechia and Slovakia, established in 2020, a little bit of international project here. This is a 2021 EP, 2 tracks. You know what? Give me a second, guys. I locked the room and the cat wants to get out. I'm sorry. Just a few seconds. Yep. Sorry about that. You know. If you're wondering, it's Scottish Straight. The breed of the cat is. You might have seen her tail in one of the videos, but she's getting older and she's getting a bit bitchier now, you know. I ask her to leave the room, she refuses, lays down, and when I start to filming, she's... you know how cats are. They think they're the gods and goddesses. Anyway, so... Zirna from Czechia and Slovakia, established in 2020. This is a 2021 EP, 2 tracks only. Very medieval atmosphere, very occultic atmosphere, ritualistic, with a mixture of clean chanting. I'm gonna say it's gonna sound a bit loud, but this is probably one of the best EPs that I have ever listened to. Like, remember I mentioned Bill Skirnier EP, that was one of the best, and this one is probably too, because it's such a great listen. It's such a great listen, you know. It's one of those rare things when you don't need more and you don't need less. It's just perfect the way it is. So yeah, clean chanting plus traditional black metal vocals. What I feel is very crucial about this EP is drums. Their pounding and their intensivity, they are vital for this kind of ritual. And I do think that the whole concept here is like kind of ritualistic. If you look here, even the cover art resembles a little bit of a ritual. Taking a look at the tape, both sides same program. Interestingly enough, when I did some research on the word Zirna, I came up across, well, there is a poem, Zirna. I forgot by who it is, but I don't think it's that important in our case. So the first definition is an ancient Greek city. It's the name of the ancient Greek city, which was a very huge economical hub. It had like a... There were a lot of diverse nations living there, and it was associated with Alexander the Great. The other interesting thing that I found about Zirna is that Zirna is actually a name of mother of Adonis, right? Who was a Greek, not god, but he was like a Greek. Let's call him a Greek hero, yeah, that resembled the epitome of male beauty. When I did research on this one, it came out. Of course, you know, Greek stories are, let me put it this way, they're not for a faint of heart, you know. So Zirna was a mother of Adonis. How she gave birth to Adonis? So Zirna had sex with her father, of course. Got pregnant, got cursed by the gods, turned into a tree, and in tree form gave life to Adonis. So, of course, I had to ask the band. I reached out to the band and said, guys, I did some research. I don't want to sound stupid on the channel, you know. Your music is great. I enjoyed the show. Can you maybe a little bit tell me about the meaning of the band? Because I came to this and that conclusion. And they said, like, all are valid, but it's more of a Zirna as a intense for funeral events. So, interestingly enough, when I did that story, when I did research about the Greek thing, yeah, Zirna being the mother of Adonis, she's not really called there Zirna. Zirna is like kind of a nickname for her, but she's called Mira. And in Slavic cultures, Mira is actually sent for funeral events. So there you go. Very interesting parallels here and there you find in different cultures. So yeah, great fucking piece of art, great piece of music, all together combined. Great piece of art, yeah, together. So yeah, really enjoyed that one. Their show was great. Go check out the video. You will see how actually good the guys were, how good they played. So Zirna, self-titled Zirna. Yep, there we go. Okay, we have one more, so this is going to be 30 minutes long. Cheers. Next one did not play on the festival. Bam! It's this one. Hailing from Finland. Established in 2013. This is their second full-length album. Of course, I'm talking about the mighty White Death. This one came out in the late 2023. I think it was like December or something like that. If I would have made any lists, this would probably make that list for that year one of the best albums. 52 minutes long. Can you imagine this? 52 minutes long. But imagine this. If Marduk in their prime days of maybe Panzer Division Marduk would release an album that is 1 hour and 30 minutes long, this is exactly how it would feel. Like, you listen to this album, it's 52 minutes long, it passes like this. You can't believe how fucking good it is. So, White Death. This one doesn't fuck around. There's no melancholy in it. There's no friendly, sad atmosphere in it. This is not a walk under the moonlight in the forest while you're listening to, you know, a river stream that passes by, and then you go into your castle and you know, sit on your throne with a fucking rose in your hand and a sword in your hand with corpse paint, looking all sad. Of course, some of you will understand the analogy here. So this is not it. I have nothing against that analogy though. Just, I'm saying, this is not this. This one doesn't fuck around. This one is in your face immediately. Instead of all the mentioned things above, this one brings fury of the 90s, depravity, total blasphemy. This is an extremely fast black metal. Extremely fast. It's unbelievable that this album is 52 minutes long. By the way, Iconolust is the name of album, released of course on the Werewolf Records. Fast black metal with stellar riffs from Finland. What else can you ask for? The back cover. Of course, I believe this kind of formation of rats is actually called the Red King, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe the Red King was the circle when they're put in circle. But anyway, Iconoclast, yeah, what the fuck does that mean? A little bit again, we're going into history. Every fucking band here is history. Iconoclasm is a social belief in importance of destruction of icons, monuments for religious or political purposes. Some might ask, but why or where was it so powerful? Where it happened the most? Of course, it happened the most in Abrahamic religions. If you go through the history, you will notice that a slight deviation from one, I'm gonna call them sects, by the way. I'm not gonna call them, one branch of Christian divides into Orthodox, another divides into Catholicism. There's a bit of beef. The whole beef is based on when the mythical figure of Christ was born, or was he born at all. Of course, that's from perspective of scientists already. I don't think he was even born, because there's so little evidence on him being born, actually. But it doesn't matter. So each fraction a little bit deviates, and then they start a war with each other, and they start to, destroy each other's stuff. Of course, interestingly enough, the most famous, of course, incident is documented in Old Testament, where God asks the Jews before they enter the promised land that basically what they have to do is demolish sacred sites, destroy sacred stones, and burn all the sacred books of Canaanites who lived there. The God of love, the God of peace. Of course, the Old Testament is full of this. You throw us. You can open every page and spit on it, and you will probably find something on your spit that resembles rape, hypocrisy, and so on, and brutality, you know. But yeah, okay, in the modern cultures, in Islam, we saw this when ISIS took over the cities and destroyed the sacred statues, for example, destroyed the museum. That was the case. In Soviet Union, we saw it when a more modern explanation when people got rid of communists and they pulled down the statues of NKVD and KGB creators, right? They pulled them down. When is Russia gonna wake up again? Probably soon, I hope. Maybe it's time already. Of course, in our cases, it's Varg, who, with a trusty can of gasoline and his lighter, did what he did in Norway. So yeah, but White Death is amazing. I've seen them live. Every live they push the boundaries more and more. When I've seen them on Steelfest, they crucify themselves with actual nails. The next year, I think they played in a year. Anyway, the next time they did the Steelfest, they already brought a whole lamb, a whole ship, and they were throwing around the ship into the crowd. What Mayhem did when they were younger. Or what Gerzolth did also. But Gerzolth, I think, didn't throw anything into the crowd, but they had the sheep, lambs, and naked models crucified on stage. But anyway, so yeah, really good band, really good live. White Death, Iconoclast, need to pick up their first album. Finished Supremacy. What can I say more? Alright, a quick one, but we are done. Hopefully, yeah, we're done, yeah. So, like I said, the push is for the next video, vinyl, CDs, and maybe merch. Regarding the politically incorrect, I already said when it's gonna be politically incorrect, we're gonna have all the formats. Tape, CD, vinyl, all are present, like I said, from 7 to 10 items, so that's gonna be a pretty long video. So I might do it in May to, you know, something special for the summer. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed this one. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one. As usual, stay fucking black metal.